The messaging is more important than the pixel. And I would love your input on having a conditioned pixel because we've literally processed 270 now transactions with high-end videographers and video agencies, and we have zero pixel conditioning. And so how important is it to have a conditioned pixel?
I wouldn't totally negate the value of a conditioned pixel because even for us, we started conditioning the pixel towards a higher end avatar. Like it won't fire if somebody's doing less than 50K a month. And over the last 4 to 5 months, I have seen a huge change in the quality of the people that we're getting. And anybody I know that's spending like $200,000, $300,000 a month on ads, they all say the exact same thing. So I would say that conditioning the pixel is important. Now, the only caveat, and maybe what Joel was talking about, is even the best pixel in the world that's conditioned will not overcome messaging that's not attracting the right person. So
Yeah.
it's definitely like the order of operations is definitely get the messaging dialed in, because before we had our pixel dialed, we were still getting people that were doing, 100, 200, 300, $500,000 a month, just from the messaging of what we were talking about: shorten your sales
Mm,
cycle, increase your close rates, lower your CAC.
love it.
But then you're going to get the pixel to fire, and then it's like what'll happen is every time you scale, your costs go up. But if you have a conditioned pixel, it helps mitigate some of those costs so that you can go from 1 grand a day to 3 grand a day to 5 grand a day to 10 grand a day, and instead of it being a 4 times higher CAC, it might be a 50% higher CAC, which should be allowable based on what you're doing. And even on the lookalike audiences and the interest-based stuff, man, I will tell you that when I get deep into one of our clients' ads managers, I really rarely see something beat out open targeting. Like if they're doing really lookalikes and interest based stuff, we'll almost always run an open one with all the winning creatives that they have. And man, I'll just throw a number out. It's not an accurate number, but I'd say 70% of the time minimum, it's beating out
Wow.
the interest-based targeting, because as long as your creative is calling out the person that you should be talking to, you just let meta run and go crazy with it and find the right people. What I found is when I narrow it in too much, then I'm trying to play meta's game for them, and the big thing that changes with that is my CPMs go way up, and then of course
Mm.
if your CPMs are high, then even if your click-through rate is great, your cost, your lead rate is great, your booking rate is great, your close rate is great, if the first number is high, all those other numbers are going to be high as well.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Does that okay? So open, but does it need to have a pixel in order to be open? Or are you saying like even with what I'm doing with DM ads,
Oh,
open might
even with
work?
what you're doing with DM ads, no, you don't need to have the pixel. Yeah, no, the pixel is definitely something I would try to start doing. Like for example, when people book, are they booking manually through the setter, or are you sending them a booking link?
We're sending them a booking link on
Okay.
Instagram.
So I would be trying to pixel those people, if you can. And are you is the booking link Calendly or Go High Level or something like that?
Calendly.
And do you have application questions or no?
No, we there's qualification questions in the DMs,
Okay,
but
so one of the first things I would be considering doing, once again, going back to what we talked about with that like 3% of book to call rate, 8 to 10%, and the 15%, I would stop talking to the 3% of people. But for both the 8% and the 15%, I would start sending them to a Calendly and getting a pixel file from those people, both
okay.
on the booking page maybe and on the thank you page. So once they're an actual scheduled call, like if you have the booking page fire whenever as a lead, then you can have the thank you page fire as a schedule, and so that way whenever you go and you actually start running ads, then you can optimize either for leads or schedules, and you'll have a little bit of a conditioned pixel. But there's no reason why you can't start that right now. If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.